So I don't know, if this lady is still on YouTube, but in other things to keep in mind with bees, this lady had like a deathly allergic allergy to two bees, and she was still handling her beehive with bare hands, no gloves, no smoke, or nothing, because that's how well she knew her hive and that's how tame they were. But you have to remember, bees are a wild animal. If I was working with bees, I would want the proper equipment to deal with what is essentially a wild fucking animal, right? You know, I have a lot of relatives and they prefer equipment too, right? Uh, Me, when they're around doing that, I don't want to be near the beehives just because I don't have that equipment on and that's not my field of expertise, okay? So with that in mind, not only are they a wild animal, but they have their own language. They can communicate with each other. They do recognize human faces, and they can portray your face to another bee, right? So if you're somebody that pisses bees off actively and fucks with them, well, other beehives might come and fuck with you, okay? Same for crows, same for wasps. It's actually a unique ability amongst these three for whatever reason. Uh, let's see. And then the other one is, with bees, is because it's essentially a hive mind wild animal. And if you treat it like that and you understand it, uh, different hives have different temperaments. Just this past couple of years, I've gotten to see several beehives. Grandmother had like the hippie hive. Why? Because they were just had chillax. They just kind of didn't really care about anything. In fact, sometimes, I'll be walking around a couple miles away from the house, and they'll recognize me and they'll be like, "Hey, buddy, what are you doing out here?" And like land on my shoulder. It's a little jarring, but what do they care, right? I had bees that would follow me from working in Walgreens to back home because they recognized me and they didn't perceive me as a threat. Another hive was a lot more aggressive. Just sitting on the porch drinking tea was enough to piss one of them off, just enough to sting me in the face. That kind of sucked. Different hives have different tolerances, different temperaments, and different attitudes towards people. And sometimes that's built upon experience. Because remember, one hive is like one giant wild animal. Keep that